Konnichiwa minasan! Zeta's here of MagickDream Creations, and I have a special video for you guys. They just released the designs and everything for Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And, well, I've become very, very much into the Turtles. I'm wearing my t-shirt, so. It's been a fandom that's dragged me back into it. I've known TMNT since the 80s, 87 version, all the way till current. And so I was going to share with all you my thoughts and concerns with the new one. The thing is every generation is different, and that's to bring kids more into the TMNT world. So, you know, this is obviously not my generation. My generation was the 80s/90s into the 2003 Turtles. So, you know, anything past 2016, and well, I'm considered an adult by then, so not considered my Turtles. Which that covers the movies, and unfortunately the Next Mutation, which I was not I tried watching it, I really did, I gave it my good old try, and couldn't get into it. That was the one that they did the crossover with Power Rangers too, so, and it was also the one and only time that Venus was around. She was introduced, and that was the only series that she was been a part of. So we're going to delve into the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here. It's said to come out September of this year, so it's going to be September 2018. It's going to be 26 episodes. It's going to be one season so far. It's going to be 2D animated. And it's going to have kind of a more of a mystical, magical sense of how you get with the Tribunal episodes from the 2003 series. So they're going to cover the magic, mystical, ninja art and everything. So they announced it on March 2nd in a press release that they were going to be doing this, and they have whole new looks. April got a whole new look, and it's her throwback to the original series, the original comics actually, where she was African American, and it's actually really cool. So the plot here, and I'm reading this off of Wikipedia, which people pulled from all over the sources from everywhere. Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo, four mutant turtle brothers who go on adventures where they end up tapping into mystic ninja powers they never knew existed, while learning to work together and navigate the perils of modern age and hidden realms in order to fulfill their destiny to become a team of heroes. So with the mystical, magical thing is like New York's gonna have magic to it, everything's gonna have magic to it, and it's gonna have like that techie kind of sci-fi fantasy thing going on here, so it's gonna be a very interesting mix. And what they did with the brothers too is gonna be very, I don't know how I'm going to like it. I know that they're all four different turtles, so as I'm going through, I'm going to show you artwork. If the press release that was out, they did a Facebook Live, and they showed the final artwork for them, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this up for you guys. That is the official artwork, and so you can see, you know, they all got a different look. We got April over with Donatello and everything. Then you can see the mystical, magical stuff that they were talking about. They all have different weapons, which is odd to me. Donnie is kind of about the only one that has the same-ish weapons, but his is like a tech bow staff. He's got like all of his technical know-hows into his weapon. And like I said before, they are all different turtles. We're going to go in order of their age, which is going to be very, very interesting, because the oldest is Raph. They changed it, and Raph is actually the leader. He's going to be voiced by Omar Miller, and now see, on the Wikipedia it says he's the second oldest, but he is the oldest by what they had referred to, which is very weird. Like, Raph and Leo completely switched up their personalities and everything. So it's going to be very odd to have Leo as the second oldest, and he is no longer the leader. But you can see Raph has tonfas. he's a snapping turtle, so he's got that more rough exterior looking. He got the little armbands that kind of throws to the Japanese movie, which kind of had a Voltron-esque feel to it. He's still got like the jagged shell, the jagged plaque, and all that fun stuff that they had. It's like they pulled from all the different series and movies and threw it all into a pot and mixed it all together. So it's definitely going to be weird seeing Raph as the leader of the four brothers and as the oldest of the four brothers. Now we're going to go to Leonardo here. There we go. Leo is wielding an Odachi, and he's the self-proclaimed coolest brother, and he's the one that's got more of the attitude, which is totally not the Leo we all know. So it's gonna be very weird. He's voiced by Ben Schwartz, and you can see he is a red-eared slider, which is what they were considered in the 2014 and 2016 movies, were red ear sliders. So kind of makes sense with all the markings that are on them, on him at least. He's a bit slimmer. I'm not sure, like, all the different art styles for all the different turtles. It took me quite a bit to get used to them. Took me way longer to get used to the 3D 2012 version. So this one is gonna probably, I don't know if I'm gonna like the boxy looking animation to it, but I don't know, it's gonna take some getting used to. This is again, it's like, it's not my generation. I'm not gonna be too harsh on it, you know, I'm not a kid anymore, all that fun jazz. But as a fan of the Turtles, I'm not sure if I'm sold out on this whole idea. It's gonna be one of those, I'm gonna have to watch it, get a feel for it, and see if I can even go with it. Next we got Donatello. He is a soft-shelled turtle, soft-shelled sea turtle, I believe. But he's got the art on his arm and his leg. It's like he's got the tech that he did in the 2014-2016 movie. So I mean, and they got this superhero, almost Power Ranger feel to them because of the way that their gear looks, and it's all color-coded, and it kind of makes sense of why, you know, his shell is more armored, is because he has a soft shell and all that. So trying to give them different looks, different personalities. Donnie and Mikey are still the same. I mean, he's still the tech-savvy, smart one. He seems to have a more super serious go-about, so that kind of throws to the previous incarnations of the Turtles, where he's got that sass. Donnie and his sass. It's very interesting. I actually kind of like the Donatello look. Kind of gives into that Power Ranger feel, which I grew up with Power Rangers as well, so, and I'm like old school Power Rangers. It's like I said, it's going to take some getting used to see these guys. It still blows my mind, especially with Raph and Leo. Raph and Leo are like my top two favorites, and it's going to take me a bit for them to have their roles completely switched. It is so weird. We're going to look at Mikey. Mikey is a box turtle. He's got little designs and everything on his knee pads there, and in his shell he's got like lightning bolts. He is the youngest jokester prankster brother, and he has a Kasari Fundo, which they switched out his dual nunchaku for that particular weapon, which kind of makes sense because in the 80s cartoon they eventually switched out from for a weapon that looked almost exactly similar. It was like a grappling hook sort of yo-yo looking thing for Michelangelo in the 80s. They got rid of his nunchucks and they gave him the grappling hook, which was more kid-friendly, I suppose. So, and he's artistic, so, you know, that's why he's got like all the different paintings all over. I'm pretty sure he's the one that did all the designs and stuff on their shells and on their armor and everything. It would actually makes more sense that he would do that. I don't know if it's prank or is it to make him look cooler, more superhero, you know, comic book. That would actually stick to the whole Mikey aspect on that one. And then we're going to go here to April. I really like her whole cool outfit design. I mean, it's the forcing of having to keep her in yellow is a little weird. I mean, that wasn't really a big thing until the 80s, and she was wearing that god-awful jumper, that yellow jumpsuit thing with the reporter. It just paints me as, like, hey, look, I'm bright yellow, I'm a target. But she kind of seems to have that little sassy look to her, and again, it kind of throws back. She's got the red hair, the reddish hair, so that reminds me of the 2003 series. She's got really cool, like, cat style glasses and everything. It's gonna be really cool. I don't know about the mystical bat, because then that tells me that we might not have Casey, and that'll make me sad because there's that Casey thing with the picture, the original picture that I showed you at the beginning. It kind of hints towards April and Donatello, and that is a very weird pairing. For me, April's always been like the sisterly friend, and the newest in the 2006 series, or no, 2012 series. Yeah, there we go. The 3D Turtles, they had the whole April and Donatello thing going on, where Donatello had the hugest crush on April, and then April ended up liking Casey more, and big old pull at your heartstrings. It pulled at heartstrings. That's what that was basically made to do. They're keeping with the whole, keep April kind of closer to their age, where it's the kid style, so you don't really get that bigger sister feeling just by looking at the artwork. It's kind of going towards the whole, they're going to have this romance kind of thing going on again. So, which I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Again, I'm going to hold all reservations until I actually see it in September. I'm going to try to see if I can watch it whenever it airs, and hold all comments and everything. And I forgot to say, Donatello is going to be voiced by Josh Brenner, and Michelangelo is voiced by Brendan Michael Smith. And April is going to be voiced by Kat Graham, who's on Vampire Diaries. So, it says that in her description, it says, a human friend of the Turtles. In this series, April is an African-American woman, which we can see that by her character design, which also throws back to the whole original comics and everything. So, I mean, and this tells me that she's going to be a no-nonsense. I can hold my own. Just by looking at her. She's going to learn how to take names, which is pretty cool. And we're going to go to the Rat Dad himself, Master Splinter. Which I can't settle for his design. I really can't. It's a mix of Ren from Ren and Stimpy to me, and the Ancient, which he was part of the Mystical Ninja Saga, the Tribunal thing during the 2003 series. Ancient One, that was his name. Ancient One. Who's very porky-looking Asian ninjutsu master, and so that kind of mixes together with our Splinter here. He's voiced by Eric Bauza, who was the voice of Hun in the 2012 series, so we're gonna have one from the previous series back again. And all it says in his description is a mutant gray rat who is the turtle sensei, so we don't know how his personality is gonna be or anything. He's probably gonna give that tough love, and they don't have any pictures of the antagonist, and they only have one of them so far. So we don't even know if we're gonna have a Shredder in this series. But his name is Baron Draxum, and he is voiced by John Cena. And it says a mutant warrior and alchemist who seeks to mutate humans. So there again, we're gonna have the problem with the ooze and everything. We're gonna throw back up the original artwork so you can have a look-see at all this. So yeah, John Cena's a pretty good actor. Of course, I'm used to him being a wrestler from WWE and all that. So it's gonna be interesting to actually have him in a cartoon series, and I'm probably not even gonna recognize him. I wanted to tell you, got on his truth right there. But yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to. seeing these new turtles. I'm not settled on Splinter. He just seems very weird to me. And, you know, I don't know. The character design hasn't sold me just yet. I really like Rob Paulson is also helping with the voice directing, so I mean, he was the previous, he was Raphael from 1987 to 1996, and then he did Donatello in 2012 until, you know, it just ended in 2017. So he's going to be the voice director for this TV series. So they're going to have that feel of they're going to be the Turtles. I'm pretty sure they're going to, you know, have their, except for Raph and Leo, were completely switched. So as a whole new series, I'm kind of iffy about it. Like I said, I'm going to hold all reservations until I actually see it. So that's going to be one of those things. Yeah. I'm still, like, Turtles are still going to be in my heart. I'm hooked. I'm still going on with all the artwork. I'm still going with the novel fanfic novel that I'm writing and everything. So that's probably never going to go away, regardless of this new series. You know, it's going to be one of those, you're going to like it, you're not going to like it. Just like with every series that's ever come about. I mean, there's, over on Tumblr, there's been all kinds of which one's the best Turtle series or movie. Always, constantly. For me, it's, I like the story as a whole. I like the characters. The brothers are very cool. All their different quirks and flaws and all that. And each generation has been very interesting, to say the least. So this one might actually save itself once I actually see it. But by character design alone and the concept so far, they don't feel like the Turtles to me. It feels different. Like, it's not really TMNT. So, I mean, it is TMNT, but by name only kind of feel. So, it's going to be different. It's going to be interesting. And I'm going to keep an open mind as we go to September. See if they're going to... Eventually, they're probably going to release some Baron Draxum looks and some more concept art, probably. And we'll get to see more as it gets closer to the air date and everything. So that's going to be a journey. That's where we're going to leave that. So it's going to be a journey. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Share this experience. And if you guys want to leave a comment down below and, you know, tell me what you think of the new series, or, you know, who's your favorite Turtle, which series or movie, you know, I am all open for some TMNT debate here, because this is my jam, as Mikey would so put it. But yeah, oh yeah, it's gonna be a journey. So if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the little notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. I'm going to keep going with can't talk. I'm going to keep going with all the Let's Plays that I've been doing, and there's hopefully going to be some newer games coming on here. The live stream of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is probably going to be turned into a Let's Play because I'm having issues being able to live stream due to the internet kind of drops in and out, so streaming would be a big problem for right now till I can get that fixed. So I'm going to turn it into a Let's Play so we can get the whole story of Ocarina of Time, and I'll do all that fun jazz. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to me rant on my obsession of TMNT, and if you want to obsess with me, make sure you comment down below and I will reply. I love doing all these. I'm also have a TMNT Tumblr. If you're interested, I will link it down below, and I've also got Patreon. I'm all over the place, and you can pretty much find me anywhere looking at MagickDream creations. So it's been fun, and we will do some more videos later. Ciao, mata ne.